They make them, we cover them, you sell them. Welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News, and today we're going to be talking about the 2025 CFMOTO UFORCE U10 Pro Highland. The UFORCE U10 Pro Highland is a brand new UTV and starts at a base MSRP of $23,999. So, let's dive deeper into what exactly this UTV has to offer, but for that, we're going to go straight to the OEM source. Joining me today to give us an overview of the 2025 UFORCE U10 Pro Highland is Reid Strait, Marketing Communications Manager for CFMOTO USA. Reid, thank you so much for jumping on to speak with us today.
Glad I could join you.
All right. Now, the last time we spoke with Reid about the 2025 IBEX 450, so if you haven't checked out that video, be sure to do so. All right, Reid. So, can you give us a brief introduction to the 2025 UFORCE U10 Pro Highland? That's quite a name there. But anyway, what types of customers are looking for this UTV?
Yeah, so our U10 Pro Highland is really built for the customer who wants a premium utility vehicle, full cab, full HVAC, kind of all the tech and stuff that you'd really want as standard features on your UTV. So the U10 Pro Highland and U10 XL Pro Highland are the full cab HVAC versions of our U10 Pro. They're going to share the same platform, same powertrain, but it's going to add that full cab access. So it's really an all-weather machine at that point. Whether you live, somewhere hot and dusty, or whether you live up in the frozen tundra like us. This one's going to get you year-round access to the trails, to your farm, your ranch, whatever you need there. So, name of the game with the U10 Highland is really that premium step up. We wanted to make sure that this was a vehicle that was going to both perform and compete in the industry on a really high level. So you're getting the full cab. There's been a lot of development that's gone into that to make sure that the sound deadening and the insulation is really on point to what we wanted it for the American consumer. You're also going to get a lot of great electronics features. So you're going to get an 8-inch MMI display that's touchscreen with Apple CarPlay. That's going to link to the standard audio system. You're going to get an electronic hydraulic dump box. Obviously, a winch is standard, as is standard on most of our machines. Power windows, power tip-out windshield. The list kind of goes on there, right? And again, really trying to make this a premium model that people are excited to jump in and go ride on the trails, with their family, or take out to the ranch, to tend the cattle on their own.
Okay, so you kind of mentioned there that the U10 Pro Highland is basically the HVAC version of the U10 Pro. Are there any other differences between these two models?
Yeah, so the U10 Pro and the U10 Pro Highland are going to share a lot of the same features, right? They're going to share a high-end premium interior. You get some really nice stitching in there, nice, brown all-weather interior, very comfortable, plush. I've sat in there quite a bit myself. It's great. You're also going to get, that same all new 3-cylinder engine that we have. That's something that we just released this year. It has variable valve timing, makes 88 horsepower and 69 foot-pounds of torque. So very on par, if not exceeding, kind of industry standards for this division there as well. Your 1,000-pound capacity cargo box with electronic hydraulic tilt. So no more going out and muscling that up and down and everything, push a button and it's going to tip your load out there. A couple other features that we're going to share with the U10 Pro and the U10 Pro Highland is kind of bringing that premium interior to the forefront. Again, whether you got the full cab or whether you're open cab, push button shifting, electronic shifter into 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. We have turf lock on it, so when you're driving across your lawn, you're not tearing that up. The audio package is going to be standard, and then some really nice aluminum alloy wheels on there as well. Where the Highland is going to differ is going to be in those full cab capabilities. So again, a really well insulated and thought out cab. It's going to have heat, air conditioning, and then when you want to get the, when you still want to get the wind in your hair, we have power windows and a power tip out windshield on that model.
Oh, that's nice. Very cool. Very cool. And what's the seating capacity in these?
Yeah, so for the U10 Pro Highland, it's going to be a bench seat for 3. And for the U10 XL Pro Highland, you're going to need a capacity of 6 in there. So really the whole family plus the dog.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And can you break down some of the specs of the vehicle for us?
Yeah, definitely. So we have, as I mentioned, this runs our brand new 3-cylinder engine, naturally aspirated. That's going to give you 88 horsepower with 69 foot-pounds of torque. So I think that's really on par, very competitive with the industry. When you're looking at our competitors, a lot of them are, still kind of in the twin category. We really wanted to step this one up and make sure it was a really smooth, powerful power plant with that triple in ways that you just can't achieve with a twin. Otherwise, we tapped Bosch again for the EFI in this model. So another great feature about this is our brand new OmniDrive CVT that you've started to see in our newer off-road models. So that really upgrades the CVT capabilities of this, stronger and much more smooth. So that's one thing that we wanted to make sure that we were pairing a really smooth triple cylinder with a really smooth CVT, and I think that we achieved that really well. So that's really the highlights. We do have an alternator in this one. We've seen a lot of people in the industry say, "Hey, I want to put, I want to put accessory lighting on this. I want to put other accessories on it that are going to use power. I want to be able to run tools, or like maybe I'm taking this out into the field and I want to be able to run my laptop." So that's something that we thought out from the factory. We have that 150 amp high capacity charging system on there. We also have, our standard winch, as is on most of our vehicles, and our, charging interior is going to be USB, USB-C, and standard 12 volt.
Yeah, that's a lot of great specs for the UForce U10 line. But I know you guys also have other UForce models like, the 600, 1000, 800 XL, and so forth. How does the U10 line differ from those other models?
Yeah, good question. So our U10 Pro and our U10 Pro Highland models are really the next step up from our kind of, I guess you could call it more standard UForce 1000, 800, and 600. So those are really going to be your workhorses. Those are going to be your kind of everyday models, right? That you can use around the ranch, you can use around the cabin. But the U10 Pro is really the next step up. I would say it represents kind of the next generation of CFMOTO in a lot of ways, which is a step into a lot more of a premium category. That's not to say that we ever want to abandon our other models, but it is to say that the U10 Pro is designed to feel much more premium. It's designed to ride much more premium and work on a much more premium level with the interior, the tech, the power, and the delivery of all 3 of those.
All right. So now, given that the U10 Pro Highland just dropped, what are you doing to help, CFMOTO dealers get the word out about these new units?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of anticipation around this model, which has really helped to drive those first sales. And we've been doing plenty on the marketing side and the sales side to make sure our dealers are supported with marketing assets and ads, that kind of thing. But from kind of the more fun side of things, I think people have really been watching and waiting for this model. It's been teased. It's been teased in other markets. It's been teased internationally, and I think people were really just waiting for the chance. Like, hey, when is CFMOTO really gonna release this premium full cab in the US? Long term, I think that there's a lot of applications for this vehicle, whether it's recreational and people are trail riding, or whether it's work and it's getting them out to sites that maybe they hadn't been able to get out to before. At the end of the day, though, it's really about the value you're able to get with this at the price point. So, the U10 Pro Highland comes in at $23,999. and the U10 XL Pro Highland comes in at $26,999. So it's really, we're really trying to lead the industry with not only kind of innovation and the premium aspect of this, but also the pricing and making this accessible to more people out there who might have been waiting to take the step up, and now they finally have the ability to do so.
Okay, so the U10 Pro Highland being already kind of like top of the line premium vehicle for CFMOTO here. What are going to be some of the more popular accessories for this model? Is there even more that you can add?
There's always more, right? But I think you hit the nail on the head there, right? I mean, it is fully kitted, so you have a really great starting point. CFMOTO's name of the game is always that we're gonna bring all of the features that you really wanted on your vehicle. We're gonna put them on standard. But if you want more, I think the name of the game is gonna be it's going to be protection. If you want those sliders, or if you want the bumpers, I think that those are going to be big. Cargo boxes are always big too, right? In an open bed, you can haul a lot, but keeping it safe and keeping it dry and out of the dust. We have a couple of great cargo options that you can throw in the bed there. Another big one for people who are in northern climates is going to be our plows. This is a perfect plow vehicle. If you want to get out and get your driveway, get your parking lot, or get out to the cabin in the middle of winter, this might give you the access that you didn't have before with a plow.
Plows are something I, as a Southerner, cannot conceive of, but that's awesome that they fit that function there. Very cool. All right. Well, Reid, it has been a pleasure speaking with you again, and thank you so much for taking the time today to talk with us about the 2025 UForce U10 Pro Highland.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
For more information about its UTV line or to become a CFMOTO dealer, head to CFMOTOUSA.com. And as always, stay tuned to MPN for more of the latest and greatest in motorcycle and powersports news.